Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is the Akinolu Show and I am the Akinolu. I am so excited about what I'm about to share with you in today's video. But first, let me appreciate those of you who have joined the channel over the past couple of weeks. I want you to know that I see you and you are important to me. And if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Please go ahead, subscribe down below, click the red subscribe button down below, and also make sure to click on the bell notification so that you don't miss anything when I upload new videos. So in today's video, I want to share my experience working remotely in Nigeria. Many of you know that I visited Nigeria in September to surprise my mom for her birthday. If you have not yet seen that video, you should see it is gold. While I was on that trip though, I was doing some work, and so I want to share some of my experience with you guys working while traveling in Nigeria. I'll talk about what you need to work remotely from Nigeria or any African country for that matter. I'll talk about what are the challenges that you might face and how you should plan your day if this is something that you're interested in doing. As you may know, in 3 months, in April, May, and June of 2021, about 11.5 million people quit their jobs in the United States. 11.5 million people. People are leaving their jobs. You might have also heard about the Great Resignation. So people are leaving their jobs in droves, and many employers are beginning to compete for talent. And they're doing this in many ways. They're offering ridiculous compensation packages and things like that. But still, we're not seeing the return to work as one might expect. And why is this happening? Why are people leaving their jobs? It's simply because in the wake of the pandemic, many people have realized that they want a different setup to their lives. They want more flexibility around their work. And many employers are even beginning to offer this flexibility. And if you're not yet seeking that flexibility, if you don't yet have that flexibility, you should be. It's something that you should actually actively seek out, because there is so much option out there today where you can work from home, work remotely, work part-time, and still deliver good work on your job. So many people just began to ask, do I really need to keep this job where I don't like the people, where I don't like the face of my manager, or do I really need to keep this job that I feel no connection to? And if their jobs before the pandemic did not offer that satisfaction, many people have left and are considering other options elsewhere. People want this flexibility for different reasons. So some people want this flexibility because of the way their family is set up. They have children, they have school-age children that they have to take care of. Others want to be able to travel, and others like me want to be able to roll out of bed in their pajamas and get on a Zoom call and the world is beautiful and everything is fine. Whatever your reason is, flexibility around your work is a good thing and you should pursue it. And many employers are actually offering it these days. This is a conversation I continue to have with my wife, and it is that my ideal state is to be able to work 8 to 9 months in a year. I want to be able to take off for 3 or 4 months in a year and choose to work or not to work, and I want to be able to do that from anywhere in the world. That's my ideal state. And you have to define what flexibility means for you as well. You have to define what that flexibility means for you, for your family, and for the way your life is set up. Let's go ahead and share some of the tips for working remotely in Nigeria. Working remotely in Nigeria is not for the faint of heart. You are going to be tested. Everything in the system will test you. It's not for everybody. It will test you. It is Monday morning. We're headed out to Oshogbo to go and do my passport renewal. It's another road trip. She took us about an hour and a few minutes to get there, all things being equal. And the goal is to finish the passport processing and be done and head back home so I can get to work. But we'll see how that goes. Fingers crossed. On the passport issue, I think you guys deserve some updates on the passport issue. I haven't gotten that passport yet, even though it's been more than 2 months now since I completed my biometrics. So please, how are you guys getting your passport to? Please let me know in the comment section below, because it looks like my own strategy did not work. I was thinking that going to Nigeria would make the process faster, but it looks like that strategy did not work. All right, let's continue with the video. So the first thing you need to do, of course, is to inform your boss or your manager that you're going to be traveling to Nigeria. The last thing you want to do is to catch your boss unawares or begin to make excuses that you're unable to join a call or you're unable to do something because you don't have electricity. Of course, you don't have to tell them the worst things about Nigeria. You don't have to tell them, that you're going into a hellhole or anything. You don't have to paint the worst picture about Nigeria for your boss. You just simply have to tell them that you're traveling to Nigeria. Let them understand the time difference, for example. Let them know that the internet might not be the best. Let them understand that you might have to do audio calls only. Give them your mobile phone number so that they can reach you while in Nigeria. So you just have to prepare them as much as you can. Let them know that you're traveling to Nigeria, or you're traveling to Ghana, or you're traveling to Sierra Leone, where, and that's where you're going to be working from. Let them know. You don't want to catch them unaware. And if you have the ability to reschedule some of your meetings and move them around, it's best that you do so with your understanding of your boss or your manager, of course. And I'm going to talk more about that later in this video. I have divided this conversation up into like 5 sub-segments. All right, so the first one is power. How you go work now without power? You need power, you need electricity. So think about it. Where are you going to get electricity? Are you staying in a part of town that is notorious for blackouts? Think about that. Who do you know in that area? What's the schedule for electricity in that area? There are some places in Nigeria where you know when you're going to get electricity, you know when they're going to take the electricity. Are you staying in that part of town? Do you understand that schedule? And how does it map into your work schedule? This is very important. Do they have a standby generator in the place where you're going to be staying? This is important. Do you, if you're going to stay with family, do they have a standby generator? For example, you can't tell me you are going to Aramako Ekiti and expect 24 hours supply of electricity. That's not going to happen. You have to be in the cities like Lagos, like Abuja, and some state capitals where you might expect a reasonable supply of electricity. Are you staying with family? Do they have a generating set? If they don't have a generating set, there is no hope for you. You have to budget for fuel, for petrol. All right, the second subsegment is your equipment or your technology. The first is your laptop, of course. You don't want a laptop that once the power disconnects directly, it goes off. You don't want that. You don't want to be working on a laptop that cannot stay on without being plugged to the power source. You understand what I'm saying? So it's important that you have a laptop that is a little bit reliable. It's reliable. It can stay on for a couple of hours even when it's not connected to the source of electricity. This is important. The second piece of technology that you have to think carefully about is your internet. You need a modem. When I was in Nigeria, this was what I used. That's what I used when I was in Nigeria. And MTN, if you want to sponsor my videos, you are welcome to sponsor my videos. This modem is really, really critical that you have a modem. Don't depend on someone else's modem. Buy your own modem and have your modem if you're going to be working remotely in Nigeria. And the good thing is that the data plans on these modems are relatively affordable, so it's something you should be able to buy. You should also know that these modems are tied to the telecommunications service. So that if the telecommunications service in that location is not the best, your internet would also suck. If you're going to stay in, I don't know, Aramako, I don't know why Aramako is coming to mind. If you're going to stay in Aramako, for example, there might be a particular network that has the best signal in that place. Like, Glo might have a better signal, MTN might have a better signal, and all of these network providers have their own internet modems that you can buy. So you want to buy the best, the internet modem that has the best telecommunications signal in your particular location. The third piece of technology I want to talk about is your power bank. I don't care how reliable your source of electricity is. I don't care if you have a standby generator. You need a power bank. It will save your life, and your job might just depend on it. So you need a power bank. You need something to charge your phone to make sure your phone keeps running. And if your power bank can power your laptop, even the better. And then there are many portable power banks that you can use these days that would do a decent job. There is a work call I need to be on. I forgot to charge my iPad overnight. Well, I charged it. I used it in the morning. Now the iPad will not come on. I was on the call for about 10 minutes, and then the iPad packed up on me. So I'm just trying to charge it now with my power bank. But I think that it's not pulling enough power to get it started. Those are some of the challenges you might face if you are working from home in Nigeria. The third thing that you need to think about if you're going to be working remotely in Nigeria is space. The space that you're going to be staying in. You need space to do good work. How much autonomy do you have on the space you're going to be staying? If you're staying with family, for example, would you have a room to yourself? Or are you going to be sharing a room with your nephews and your nieces? What's that room like? Do you have a desk in that room? Do you have a chair in that room? And how are you making provisions for that? Can you take Zoom calls in that room? If you're on a call, you need to put on your video. Is it decent? You know, I mean, you don't want to, the last thing you want to do is be on a Zoom call and there are boxes hanging all over the place in your at your back, and you know, everywhere is rough. You don't want that. So you still want to think about your space and how you can curate your space as much as possible. Just put your best foot forward. That's what I'm trying to say in terms of your space. For example, is the generating set behind your room or at the back of your room, and it's going to make a lot of noise while you're on a call or while you're trying to work? These are the things you have to think about. I also know that there are a few co-working spaces in Lagos, Nigeria, and some other big cities around the country. Let me know in the comment section below if you want me to do a video about those co-working spaces, where I can find out for you about what's the rates they charge, their hours, and the services they provide. So just let me know in the comment section below if you want me to do a video around those co-working spaces in some cities in Nigeria. The fourth one is time and timing. Currently, the US is 6 hours behind Nigeria. The US is 6 hours behind Nigeria. And depends on where you are in the US, of course. In the East Coast, it's currently 6 hours behind Nigeria. When I was visiting Nigeria, it was 5 hours behind Nigeria. So when it is 8 a.m. in Nigeria, they're still sleeping in the US. It's 3 a.m. in the US, so they're still sleeping. So in my opinion, when it comes to time and timing, you have two options. You can either work the normal 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. in Nigeria, knowing that you only have 3 hours overlap between your colleagues in the US. You know, so you only have the overlap you have is going to be between 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. West African Standard Time, which is the 9 a.m. to 12 noon Eastern Time in the US. I hope that makes sense. So that's the only overlap you're going to have if you work the normal 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. in Nigeria. And obviously, if you can move your meetings around, you want to put your meetings during those hours of overlap between 9 a.m. Eastern and noon Eastern, which will be your 2 p.m. in Nigeria and 5 p.m. in Nigeria. So you want to put your meeting around those 3 hours. It could be possible for some people, it may not be possible for others. The second option you have is that you could resume at 2 p.m. Nigerian time, when all your colleagues are also resuming in the US. But then you'd have to work late till around 10 p.m. and that's a long time, except you slept all night and slept all morning. That might be useful for you, but so that's the advantage for that, is that you can get more done during the day in Nigeria, depending on what you want to do. You can visit with friends, you can go to the market before 2 p.m. and then resume work at 2 p.m. and that's what I did on some days. All right, very long day today. Had to stop by and do some tire repair on my mom's car after the photo shoot. And now I'm back home, going to try and log in to work and see what work can be done. Yeah, but long day already. Sweaty, tired already, but we move. The fifth heading is transportation. It is good while you're working in Nigeria to have some degree of flexibility with your transportation when you are working. You want to be able to jump into a car and go somewhere, or go pick up something in the market, or go get something. You don't always want to have to depend on someone to drive you somewhere, or always have to depend on public transportation, because you might need to move around. They might take the light and there might be light somewhere, and you might need to get there as quickly as possible so that you can log in and continue working. So you want some of that flexibility. On the flip side, you also want to be able to jump on a tricycle called keke, or a motorcycle if you need to get somewhere. There may be places you want to go or you have to get to that a car may not be able to get to. So you want to be free. Don't take yourself too seriously. Get on a bike, get on a motorcycle and get to where you're going. Get on a tricycle and get to where you're going. So you want to have some flexibility with how you move around in Nigeria. In Nigeria, just know that everything that can go wrong will go wrong. So you have to be prepared. You have to have a good dose of patience and long suffering packed with you when you're going to Nigeria. This is important. For example, that video that you just saw about going to the immigration's office to do my passport, I thought it was just going to be a get in and get out kind of something, but I was surprised. I was wrong. Lo and behold, we were delayed. I was assaulted for having a camera in my possession. When they finally answered us and attended to us, they started telling us stories about how it's not going to come out, and when it's not going to, it still hasn't come out. So it is important that you have a good dose of patience and long suffering with you if you are going to be working remotely in Nigeria. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to like it and make sure to share it with anyone in your network. Share it on your WhatsApp groups and with anyone you think might enjoy watching this kind of content. Hey, I'm just beginning my YouTube journey, so I really do appreciate every like and every share. God bless you. Before I go, I would like to give you a chance to make Jesus the Lord of your life. If you would like to make that decision, please say this prayer with me. Heavenly Father, I acknowledge I'm a sinner. I acknowledge that Jesus Christ died for me and that you raised him up from the dead on the third day. Please forgive my sins. I accept Jesus as my personal Lord and Savior. Amen. You are now born again. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I will see you on the next one.